What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode number 17 of Track Talkers. Washougal.
Woo, woo. Dude, Washougal looked good.
Dude, it did. The track looked pretty good. It was really rutted, unlike normal Washougal, at least from the TV. But we will get the first-person perspective. You want to know why, Uncle Ty?
Why?
Because we have a special guest. We're going to need you guys to tag this fool in like Mitch Payton's comments, Star Racing. Why this guy right now doesn't have a ride. This is like, I was talking to Pops today, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is Master Pool-esque right here story.
Hey, he has absolutely been killing it this year.
I mean, straight doing it like out of his own pocket and getting it done with the help of the Rock River crew. But let's not wait any longer. The special guest, Marshal Weltin. What up?
What's up, guys? That was the best intro I think I've ever heard of my
Let's
racing
go.
career ever. I've never heard of myself talked about in such a light.
Bro, it's true though, dude. Like, I mean, you straight up passed Christian Craig second moto, right?
Well, you know, I heard he was stuck in third gear after about 20 minutes. So
I mean,
I feel
dude,
like he
third
kinda
gear is
gets
a
a
pretty
handicap.
damn good gear. I'm not getting out of third very often. I'm short track. I'm just saying. But, I mean, either way, I mean, he got 7th in the first moto, 12th in the second moto. I mean, Marsh, dude.
That shit doesn't matter, bro.
Top
You're racing.
10.
Yeah.
Top 10. You got a
11
privateer bike.
Yeah.
What's his excuse, bro? And, like, we love.
it's not hate. It's
Okay.
not hate on Christian Craig Day.
No.
Dude,
I mean,
okay,
it seems like he's a good dude. I don't know.
Okay, it's been on hate on Christian Craig a little bit. I will say I've overly talked some smack on Christian Craig, which is a little lame of me because I like Christian Craig. His personality is like fucking amazing, right? Great dad, got a cool family. Everybody seems super cool. But in my eyes, Christian Craig is so beat up. It's so
I
difficult for
think
him
he's
to
just
race
going
anymore.
through it. Yeah, physically, it seems like you can just see in his riding style. He's not able to put all his energy into it. It's, you know, because he's a guy who has podium, you know, proven podium 450 national speed many times.
And
it's gotta be
champion,
frustrating.
right?
Yeah,
Lights champion.
Well, not lights champion. Yeah,
But yeah, either way, it just looks like to me, unfortunately, Christian Craig is one of those guys that has been so beat up from this sport and has had so many unfortunate accidents that he physically can't be the guy that he is.
Yeah, but let's get back on track. Marshall was ripping. Regardless if
Oh
Christian
my
Craig was stuck in
God.
third gear or not.
Yeah.
You were ripping, bro.
Like,
you know what got me there is in 2022, Adam actually came to help me at that race, and he brought this energy helping me for race day. It was incredible. And I just thought of Adam being there all day. And got me through it.
dude, that's so sick.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
you probably didn't, but that's sick that you said that.
No, I did.
Did you really? That's
I
sick.
did for sure.
Dude, track
I thought of
talkers.
you like standing over that. There's like that main whip jump that I kept it straight as an arrow over. But I remember you standing right there.
Dude, I swear I cheered you on. I felt like I cheered you on so hard every lap. Like I tried to put in
did,
the
too.
full amount of energy so you could so somehow my
so I
energy.
could beat a moto too. and
That's what I
did.
mean. Like the
That's what
energy could wave out of my body and you could soak it in during the middle of the moto. Okay. I'm bullshitting too much. Dude, what? Okay, so last weekend we were at Spring Creek, right? Didn't have the motos that you wanted to have, right?
I think it was acceptable. I don't really vibe with Spring Creek for a track. And I think if I could have been up on the start just a little farther and started a little farther ahead, it would have been fine. I thought I rode actually really well Moto 2. I came from like 24th to 13th, and that was, it's once you get up in those upper teen positions, it's like each pass just gets a little harder. So it's pretty happy to put on like a good charge. Just Millville just wore me out. That was the hardest race of the year by far, in my opinion. Physically, that was just the toughest one with the weather and the way the track was so elevated. It seemed to take a lot of energy to ride.
Yeah.
But
You were the
I think
one.
this weekend was kind of back to normal, but
Yeah, you were the one telling me and giving me the insight on the rollers and how like everybody was just exhausted from Spring Creek. But I think the theme of this episode, and kind of another reason, not only because you did absolutely unbelievable this weekend, but I was actually talking to one of the local guys around here, Sean Wynn, and I think the theme of this episode of Track Talkers, like for Tyler and I to touch on, and I want you to touch on it too, is just confidence from track to track. We've seen it. You just said you didn't quite have the confidence at Spring Creek, but then Washougal last year, you did phenomenal. And you came into this race probably a little bit more confident, correct?
I've been saying all year that, people ask my favorite track. I've been saying Redbud and Washougal. And I knew coming into Redbud, I thought that it was going to go a lot better than it did. I went 17-14. It was kind of a bummer day. I did get hard charger, but I really had the confidence coming in there. Didn't play out.
Yeah.
And then I did have, I didn't have confidence in Millville, but I feel like I did better than I expected myself to. I definitely overperformed. And then this weekend I had confidence and it worked. So I don't know if there's really a correlation between all of it, but I think because I find success sometimes when I'm the least confident.
Yeah.
And I know it's the kind of backwards mentality, but there's been so many times I've made it just to a SX main event this year, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of just here at this point and not really have the charge of me. I end up having a PR, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just works in reverse for me.
Yeah, sometimes it just rolls out like that. But let's talk about like Washougal like as a whole and like how the track was, because like the first, like when I saw Moto 1 of the 450s, it looked a lot softer and it looked pretty rutted, and it didn't seem to get like the traditional like hard pan like Washougal normally does. Like it definitely had some spots.
Great racetrack.
Yeah, it definitely had some spots that got hard packed, but like how did it feel compared to like years in the past? Because it definitely looked like they added sand.
The texture of the dirt, I'd say, is a little bit loamier in most areas, and I get kind of like bitter about some of the track prep they do in the morning, because they overwater, half to 3/4 of the track, so you just burn in a goat trail. So the track's like, super narrow. You can't even use the lines.
Yeah.
I think Washougal, it was like that, but that was the exception of the tracks for it to be a little bit muddy in practice, because it dries out so quick there. So it kind of worked out because more lines developed as the day went on. And I think, like Millville, it just never dried out anywhere. And Redbud, it never dried out anywhere. But Redbud got rain, so it's not quite fair for them. But it's just the principle of when it does get too wet in the morning, it kind of ruins the track for the rest of the day. Where Washougal was really good because, you could enter the turns, you could arc to make a to cut under somebody. You didn't just have to dive bomb someone up and inside somewhere, be like that. I thought it was a very raceable track.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what it looked like, even from outside looking in, like watching on the TV broadcast. Like I watched a little bit of Race Day Live, but it definitely looked like it developed, racing very well. And then another thing,
well, like Anderson's pass to the lead in Moto 2 when he jumped from third to first, he just cut across. I think that's what I mean by what I'm trying to describe, is you can just kind of set up an angle and cut under somebody, where it's not, you're not always able to do that when half the track's mud.
Yeah, or when it's a goat trail, or the ruts are so deep you can't get out of them. You're stuck in that lane all the way through, like the straightaway through the corner and then exiting. So
I think it makes it fun.
Yeah.
What do you think of the 450s getting switched to Moto 1?
I liked it for me racing today, but I actually don't notice. Not I think it was great for my race day, but the track doesn't seem that different from 450 Moto 2. It still seems pretty rough.
Yeah.
So I haven't noticed. Like it always seems rough when you go second, but I always kind of just think that like it's a lot smoother in the first moto, but it really felt the same.
Did you get to run Supercross when they switched it as well?
No. But I've done some 450 main events.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if like it's even more noticeable like in Supercross when they run the 450s first for the 450 guys. Because outdoor is generally pretty equal, right? As far as like the track
pretty
wear.
Equal because they, they'll just prep a couple turns and maybe just that'll be it though. Then say it's pretty much the same all day.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you think that your success is a testament to in these last even 3 or 4 rounds? I feel like you've been just getting better and better and better and better. Even like you said, you didn't really like Millville and you turned it up. And yeah, you didn't have the greatest red bud, but the rides before that were phenomenal in the 450 class. And the guys you're up against are so fast. And two, on top of that, not to even toot your horn even more, but dude, you are coming from the back most of the time. You know what I mean? Like you're earning it.
Hurts. It's painful.
Dude, you're earning it every time. Like imagine Marshal Weltin getting a hole shot. And yeah, you might end up 9th, 7th. But dude, imagine how long you could grab a hold of that top 5 if you were in a good start.
Yeah,
so
just grasp onto the pace a little more.
Yeah, so what do you what is the last few rounds, what's been making you better? Are you making bike changes? Are you making suspension changes? Are you working harder? Are you, is this the peak of all the things you've done? What's going on?
I think it's just giving myself the most time I can to rest, and it's really hard for me to balance everything, but I don't really feel good till Wednesday night or Thursday most times after a race weekend, and I just I have no energy or my body's sore and I'm fatigued and I don't really feel back to normal. So I try and be pretty light on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and just get a solid ride day like Wednesday, but still don't I haven't been banging out 30s. I've just kind of been riding at a comfortable distance to where I'm within threshold and not pushing past my exertion point. So I think that's been the biggest thing is trying to just stay recovered. And also when I'm racing, just using a little bit of knowledge when I'm in 11th Moto 1 and Mookie passed me, he's 10 seconds ahead of me and I got a 15-second lead. I just cruised that last 4 laps, 2-3 seconds a lap slower so I could, be okay for Moto 2 just so I could save some in the tank. So I think just once I'm in the positions, I'm just kind of managing and it's tough because I'm not quite up to full fitness. So it seems like I need to put more emphasis on my rest. So it's been taking quite a while, but I think it's been paying off coming in fresh every weekend.
I mean, it's definitely paying off. Are you doing any 5% bike setup changes that are making you better, or why are you improving so much?
Suspension has been pretty dull. I've been on the same setting since round 3 with Clint Stapes. It's been good. And chassis-wise, I haven't made a change. I'm trying to think. I think I did go from a 1453 gearing back to a 1350. I think that was a right choice just to give me a little more low end power. And I've also been working with exhaust inserts to just kind of get my power a little more direct to the ground.
Nice.
So I did get a modified engine too from Gizmo Mods, just a slight mod with a little port and piston. So give it a little awakening. Oh, and we did an airbox modification. Just got a little bit of holes in the top of it. So
yeah,
there's just some little things we have tweaked on, but nothing that really is a huge impact.
I don't want to touch on it if you don't want to, but you did get an opportunity to train at a certain place. Do you want to talk about that or not really?
Yeah, we can bring that
up. My guy got to go to
I've been
Star.
able.
Oh, did he?
Well, I actually haven't been to Star. I just got an opportunity to train with the Star Racing team.
Yes. Okay. So
before I got
Let's
there.
make that clear. He is not like with Star. He just got an opportunity to practice.
Hell yeah.
So tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, I've just been trying to jump in on the program with Swanee and Jeannie Carmichael, just to get get the work done, and they let me come train with them for the past few weeks leading up to Red. But it was just a good, refreshing opportunity to get back to working with some hardworking guys, and just a private work environment. Get out of California where it's really public and busy, to really narrow in on what you need to do. So it was nice to be put in a just good environment for a few weeks. I'm gonna try and get back down there.
Yeah. So
Here
Marsh,
after
is
the
that
break.
Yeah, is that more riding stuff on the bike, or is that more off the bike stuff, or is it like
No,
kinda a
it's
little bit
only
of both?
on the bike.
Oh, only on
Just
the bike.
only bike.
Yeah. So
Yep.
it's just
Just for
moto
track
structure
training.
in the day and everything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's touch on this too. This is what I want to touch on for all you people out there that don't realize like what it takes to be Marshal Weltin and get a top 10. So talk about Marsh, like, weren't you in Minnesota? Are you still in Minnesota, or were you in Minnesota this week? What are you?
Oh no, I am from Michigan, but I'm actually in California at the moment.
Okay, so let's go. Tell them about. So we're in Florida training at Carmichael's house. Then we got to go back to Michigan, and now he's in California.
Well, I drove from California to Denver with my van, and and a plan to train at Star. So then I drove from Denver to Tallahassee, and then I trained there for about a month, and then I drove from Tallahassee up to Michigan for Red Buds, stayed there for a week, and then I lost my suspension in the Chicago airport. My mechanic was going to fly back and get an updated setting. Well, they didn't release it from Chicago to go to Ontario with my mechanic, and they told me if I wanted the suspension, I had to come get it in person. So I canceled my flight to Minnesota, drove 26 hours from Michigan to Millville and back around, and then went to Michigan, and then flew out Friday when all the Microsoft delays happened.
Fuck.
And then I was at an airport from 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Western time. So then 4:30 to 1:30, really.
Yeah.
And just had a nightmare of a day with 3 rebooks and cancellations. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So
Marsh.
My boy's been working, dude.
Marsh.
and then I couldn't get out of Seattle, so I had to fly to California.
Oh.
Okay, Marsh. Who are the top 3 people you want to have a ride with next year? Like, who's your top 3? Or can you even say that? I don't know if you can say that. Like, what's your dream? Are you allowed to be on 250? Or you want to be on 250 or 450?
I think I'd like to do what I'm doing now at 250 East Coast, 450 outdoors. It seems like it's a good program that suits me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh.
So Mitch Payton, I'm talking to you right now. So if my guy can get a 9th in the 450 class doing all that shit, give my guy a ride. People, tag Mitch in the comments or something and be like, give Marshall a ride, bro. What is going on,
Hey,
dude?
Marsh, you gotta love the deuce for this shit.
How did he even do this, bro? My guy's 11-9 in the 450 class, bro. Put him on a Mitch Payton and get him in a location,
Dude.
and my guy's top 3 250.
He's a truck driver during the week, and he's fucking racing motocross on the weekend.
No, and not only that, but he's top 10.
Yeah.
450.
Fuck.
No, there's other guys who are pretty gnarly too. I mean, Freddie's a G, Harry Coolis is
Bro,
a G.
I was talking to
I'm the only one
Pops.
out here in the trenches.
Bro,
but
I
No,
was
no, we know
talking to
that, Marsh.
Pops today, okay? You're young. You're on the come up. Marshal Weltin is like the next privateer guy in my eyes that makes the jump. Who else?
Yep,
Name a guy.
That'd be great.
I mean, Grant Harlan's been coming
Okay,
around.
but Grant Harlan has been doing it forever.
I don't
No,
know.
I've been doing it way longer than Grant.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm 28. Grant's 23.
dude, it doesn't matter.
I was just naming another guy.
Okay, who else? Name one other guy.
Oh, there's plenty. I mean, Freddie. Freddie's
Yeah,
got a
but
pretty
Freddie's
decent deal
been
right
doing
now.
it forever.
Addie's saying, like,
Yeah, I
who's the
don't know.
next, like, fill-in factory rider?
Yes.
And you're definitely fitting the bill for that, Marsh.
Yeah, that
Fitting
would
the
be pretty
bill
cool.
heavy, bro. My guy's about
That
to
would
make
be
the
cool.
450 SMX championship, not even have to qualify, bro.
Hey, let's go.
Give
Where
my
we're
boy,
going.
my boy
We're
needs
doing it.
money. That way he doesn't have to drive, bro. Somebody like PayPal this guy some flight money, bro. Come on.
I had a flight booked. I just had to get my suspension that was stuck there.
Dude, we gotta
I had no
we gotta
other
email
option.
freaking Deegan and get you on the private jet with Ricky and him,
Get
bro.
me on the PJ.
Like
Come
what?
on.
Like, come on, dude. My boy Marsh is out here in the trenches, bro. Digging.
Oh, we're good. It's been a great summer. I've had a great time.
Dude, it really has. It's been a fantastic summer.
Hey, let's
you
starting
wanna-
there. Go, Marsh. What we got 3 rounds left. We got a couple weeks, but I don't want to burn you too much on your couple weeks off. But like, are you thinking about goals for the last 3 rounds, or are you just chilling out right now?
I actually got a homemade starting grid made in Michigan, and I think that's something that's helped me. I mean, at least this weekend I wasn't starting 25th. I started like 15th and 13th or something in that range. And if I could be there every weekend, it just seems like the race kind of comes to me. So
Yeah.
I'm just really trying to focus on that aspect of it and just tune the bike in a little bit better too. I'd like to work with Clint for a little bit and try and get something with a little more hold up in my areas where I need it for the last few rounds. And I think I can be even in a better spot.
Yeah, you think so? What you're thinking a little bit more, make more of a jump from like probably like 7 to 10 more consistently.
Well, I think a lot of guys are coming back. Marshal will be back, and who else? Coop too.
Coop might be back.
Bro,
I
you
heard-
realize you're like 9th, right? Like Barsha might not beat you.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that. So I'm not really I'm trying to look. I'm trying not to move forward. If I can maintain kind of that same range for
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hell yeah.
in that kind of maintain where that was this weekend, I'd be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
Because I think it's like a kind of like a step
Legit.
above this weekend where I was before. So
Mhm.
if I can kind of maintain this pace for the next few, I think I'll be in a good place.
Yeah, and
Well-
you know how that shit goes. If you get up into like even if you get like a 5 to 10 start and you get that upper echelon group and you find that pace, like I believe that you can hold that pace no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to get on that pace for a bit and see if I can
Well,
Yeah.
it's
do anything with it.
it's all a program, right? Like Marsh has actually got to get a top 5 start first.
Yes.
Then he's got to get up there and he's got to blow his wad
Mm-hmm.
at least twice.
Yeah,
Then
but-
by like the 3rd or 4th time, he'll be like, I'm not losing it. And then it'll be gung ho.
I know, but I'm just looking
I
at
think
like,
if I can make that happen, I can get close.
yeah.
Heck
If I
yeah.
can just kind of force that pace for a little bit.
Yeah, and I think Unadilla is in a couple weeks, Unadilla is a perfect, like, I feel like the start's really fair for, like, everybody across the gate as far as Unadilla goes.
Mhm.
It's fast, but it's open. And if he can just be aggressive in those first 3 corners, he could be up there. But Budds Creek is a whole nother, like, animal. Like, that hard left is gnarly. Like,
It's almost like survival of the first corner.
yeah. And then Iron
That
Man
one's
is
not
like,
it.
yeah, Iron Man with the gnarly chicane is pretty gnarly too.
With
But
the gnarly,
yeah.
I'll do. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, dude, they're all easy starts. March, don't even believe this fool. What are you talking about?
I do like Unadilla and Ironmans, but Bud's
Yeah.
Creek, I don't think anybody really likes.
No, nobody. I don't think anybody likes Bud's Creek.
I got knocked out on that start once. Got a bad taste in my mouth about it. Freddie
yeah.
Noren just
I think I
to the
remember
dome
that.
piece.
Oh shit.
That was a hard one.
Yeah. But
Cool.
hell yeah.
Anybody you want to shout out, like your new chick?
Fucking dudes putting you on the spot. Fuck that fool, Marsh.
I mean, dude, any
Piper.
yeah, shout out Piper. Any other sponsors you want to shout out?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been great this year in my corner. The mobile power sports people sticking behind me, MMCR, just my whole Rock River Gizmo Mods team, Clint State. So it's been a great group of people, and the Andiamo crew as well. They've stepped up as of recent. So it's just got a good group of people behind me.
Hell yeah. Is there anything else you want to mention before you go?
Just thanks for having me, boys.
All right. Well, you're not allowed to leave yet.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave yet.
Awesome.
I got 2 questions for you. One,
Okay.
on a scale of 1 to 1 million, how much did you love AP slamming a beer after the moto?
A million. He had such a good podium speech too. I just rewatched the whole race and the podium with Brock downstairs, and his whole podium speech is just class.
Dude,
Everything was so genuine, and you could tell it just comes from the heart. Everything he said, it's like inspiring. It was a motivational speech on the podium. It just felt heartfelt, like it just sunk in.
I think we all love AP. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Do you think that Hunter really has a blood issue, or do you think that homie's confidence is just out the window right now?
I really think it's more on the physical side. I'm kind of with him with it, but because it's just this summer's been brutal heat wise, and first year 450 jumping in with all the supercross rounds into the motocross round. It's just such a tough thing to adjust to with minimal rest. So I think it's probably just been a big transition with the extra workload and no break this year, and it might be catching up to him.
Yeah.
It's just not an easy thing to take on. Jet's a phenom for doing it last year, I think, and letting him be unfazed. But I think maybe Hunter being a little older, like the body, adapting to that pace in the 450 is a little bit harder to adjust to compared to Jet being a little younger. But I think it's just the total toll, because like I said, for me, what I've been going through personally, I can't imagine at their level what they have to, with the mental stress added on top from the fans, and just the riding, like more physical training. So it has to be like the more you put in, the more you got to rest too. So it's probably been a tough balance for him to manage that.
And Hunter, I feel like, has been trying to actually excel. Like, he wasn't as fast as Jet, and he's trying to get better, so he's pushing even harder. So, it would make sense for Hunter to just, be dwindling health-wise right now.
I think it checks out. It does check out. I don't think it's a space really for him to fake it. I don't think he would really care to do that. I don't think he's looking to make excuses at this point.
Yeah, I think the hard thing about this whole situation, though, with like the blood situation, like testing your blood, it's like, dude, even when you test your blood, it's never really like this big thing that's gonna come up.
Miracle answer.
Yeah, we're such healthy. Well, I'm not anymore, but we're such healthy guys when we're riders because we're working out so much. So our levels are so good compared to everybody else, anyways. It's like it's hard to even see when something's wrong, because something wrong could be normal for somebody else.
Is like when I heard him say, like, we need to go get blood work done. Isn't that more like testing for like Epstein-Barr and like some sort of virus that's like in his blood that's making him more tired?
I mean, yeah, I
That's
would.
not coming up on
I'm
like
sure
a
that's
normal
what he
like.
means by it.
Yeah, I mean, Epstein Barr would be, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll probably Google it afterwards. But even Epstein Barr is just like calculating white blood cells. You know, it's not like this definite thing. But I could be talking
No,
completely
you're
out
on
of my
point with
ass.
it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
So, you know, Epstein
It's
Barr
tough. There
could be
isn't a for
kind of
sure
bad
answer.
or kind of not. You
No,
know,
it's
like,
definitely bad.
well, I know it's bad, but like, do you have a serious case where it's like your white blood cells are way down, or I don't know what I'm talking about. So either way, we hope Hunter's great. Freaking Marsh, dude. We love you on the show, bro. I just want to let you know we talk about you every week.
We do.
So awesome.
We fill our guests in.
We
or-
played Marshal. He's in 13th again. Qualified 20th.
We just shout you out, like, because we go through the positions a lot, like, and go through the
Yeah.
results, and we just shout you out. You know what I mean? Like, Marshall, 13th,
Awesome.
killing it. There he is.
13th.
Hell yeah.
13th again.
Well,
Hey,
well,
not this week, bro.
not this week.
That was
11-9,
11-9,
boy.
This week.
11-9, sucker bird. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
dude, thank you so much for being on. I know it's late, but we appreciate it. Thanks for being on the show. One of our Track Talkers' favorite guests. Whew. Love it.
Sweet. Thanks, boys.
Hell yeah. Have a good night, bro. Talk soon.
All right. See you guys. See ya.
Peace. What a guy.
What a dude, bro.
I love that. I was like, dude, you guys better back me up and comment on Mitch Payton shit and be like, yo, give Marsh a ride. We need the power of social media, dude.
I think honestly, with Garrett Marchbank's gone, Phil
But
Nicolette.
Garrett Marchbanks went to Pro Circuit.
Yeah, but Garrett Marchbank's gone. Phil Nicolette gone.
Oh, FXR.
Club MX.
Yep. Club MX.
250 on, that's a good ass bike.
I'm going to be his agent, dude.
250 on.
I'm going to call Marsh after this. I'm going to be his agent. I'm going to get on the phone.
Let me speak, Adam.
Okay, I'm sorry.
250 Supercross.
Yep.
East or West, Club MX. 450 Outdoor, Club MX Yamaha. Already FXR, already on Yamaha.
I mean, but I don't know. Dude, he probably has a pretty good thing going on at Rock River Gizmo.
I mean, absolutely. But, it's a lot of weight off your back when you don't have to worry about bikes and parts.
And you're
then
getting
you can-
paid.
And you're getting, or like, even if let's just say he doesn't get paid and he just gets like a ride and everything's for free and he's riding for winnings and stuff. And then you're living at Club MX for free and you have a training facility, like, and
Pretty
you have
sick.
some structure.
Yeah.
Like, that would be sick.
Or just bikes and a mechanic at all times.
Yeah, and you
Like,
have
dude, my boy-
you have some other guy shipping out your suspension so it doesn't get lost, or I mean not lost, but get held up in customs.
Dude, that's
God, dude, I do not miss those days.
no, not at all.
God,
All right, let's get into 250. Okay. I mean, Tom Bial, 2 fucking hole shots, bro.
dude,
Rode fantastic and said he has a fucked up wrist.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to harp on Tom Vial's performance, but it's like
Harp.
way too late,
I mean,
right?
you know who comes to mind? Joe Shimoda.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Like these guys.
And they're finally turning it on.
Bro, these guys are like, they're just trying. I feel like their plan now should be gain confidence, learn how to race against Deegan, and try to, do a reset button, get ready for SMX. Bro, there's 3 rounds left, and Deegan has 51 points.
Yeah. And 2, somehow he still got points on Vial, right?
No, he tied points with Vial.
I mean, come on.
I know, bro. Deegan's legit.
You poor 250 guys. You guys are getting manhandled.
Mm-hmm. And if they don't figure it out soon, like...
Okay, let's move on. Ryder DeFrancisco.
Hey, stepping his game up, dog.
Dude, not only is he getting starts, but he's hanging pace, bro.
And he's passing Joey Savacci with 2 corners to go to get back to 4th.
Heart, dude.
Heart.
The kid's got heart.
And
the kid's got speed, dude.
And I was listening to the post race interviews on LundMX and
mental coach.
Well, mental coach, and I guess there was like a little bit of like an incentive. Like if you get top 5 again in Washougal, then he gets to go home for the break and gets to practice more in Bakersfield in that area.
Seriously?
Swear.
Oh my gosh, that's sick.
Yeah, so like
you don't have to go back to Baker's factory.
No, well, I don't think he's at Baker's factory because he's with Will Hahn in California.
Oh, okay.
He's
okay.
a couple hours away.
Oh,
so he's
okay.
not training in Baker's factory.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit of incentive that I thought was cool, and Ryder D seemed to be stoked on it because you know that motherfucker just has this sick-ass gas guys just riding the Baco Hills on some Roadstadt sand track that he grew up on.
Oh, 100%.
So, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then, the post-race interview, like, he was stoked. He's finally, like, feeling like he's turning the corner and gaining some confidence. What's pretty sick to see. Because, like, I feel like, dude, I was just, like, watching Deegan, you know? Like, Deegan's, like, a couple years younger than Ryder D.
Yep.
And then it must be such a mind fuck to be like, dude, I was whooping this kid my whole entire amateur career, was always going to be better than him. And then in pro, Deegan made that jump quicker than Ryder D. And now Ryder D has to, like,
get back.
Yes, put his ego aside and be like, this is my path.
Yeah, but...
And just got to make my steps forward.
Dude, you know who Ryder D reminds me of? So much.
Cole Seeley?
Nope. Oh, I mean, yes. But even more than that.
Who?
Adam Cincerillo, bro. Super small kid in amateurs. And then just sprouts up and is super tall. Kind of gets hurt. And then finally getting his stride.
Yeah. I mean, Adam Cincerillo was winning a lot more, I felt like.
Dude, Ryder D, yeah. Okay, right out of the gate, yeah, for sure, without a doubt, in pro. But Ryder D's amateur career was unreal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Like, the kid was sponsored by Jimmy John's and just winning everything.
Yes, ridiculous amount of talent that kid has.
And it looks like his mind and his body are finally settling in as one. He's on a good program over there at Gas. You know what I mean? It's like everything to me seems to be clicking in his pit, finally.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
and he's always been a super good kid.
Yeah.
You know, one of the nicest. We should get Ryder D on the pod.
We should get Ryder D, and we should try to get Jet, because Jet, another Baco
Jet
kid,
Reynolds, yes.
finally putting some rounds together.
Dude, he needs some recognition.
Bro, and I was loving, like, the shout-outs that the TV broadcast was doing with Jet, because the amount of shit that Jet has been through as far as, like, getting back, getting back up to speed, getting hurt again, fucking getting her on press day, getting her on press day.
Tell him his 2 Supercross debuts.
Bro.
Tell the viewers.
Mitch Payton, rookie season, goes out for press day, gets hurt.
Yep. Breaks his wrist, I'm pretty sure.
Breaks his wrist.
Yep.
Comes back the next year on Mitch Payton again.
Yes.
Gets hurt on press day again.
Doesn't even race for 2 years.
Gnarly.
On Mitch.
And then comes back with LundMX and then gets hurt again. And finally, he's, like, putting some races together.
Dude.
Like, just imagine the amount of talent that kid has, like, in him, like, being able to crash and get hurt multiple times, like, years. And then
years off.
And now he's finally, you know, has, like, 6 months of riding, and he's getting 10th, 11th, and 12th, like, solid. Like, it's pretty sick.
Pretty sick?
Hopefully he's fucking stoked on it.
Oh, he's stoked. He's just stoked to be out there. His ass got humbled.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
come
he's
on.
been humbled for a while. He's just been trying to figure out why the fuck he keeps on crashing and why that shit happens to him.
Yeah, it's like finally he feels like he's getting in a somewhat of a groove, and the Baco boys are turning up, son.
And I just saw that Styles Robinson's back on Start Yamaha riding again, so get the full trio back.
Dude, Styles has been through some shit, too.
I know, that's another
damn.
fast-ass fucking kid, though.
Yeah, it is. So fast. So fast. Who else in the 250? Oh, I wanted to give a shout-out to Schwartz, too. That kid's fucking sick. I should have gave him a shout-out in Spring Creek when he was riding really good. And then he ended up, I think he got 17th or 16th in the first moto. But he's in the top 20 in points for SMX. And, dude, I'll tell you right now, that Suzuki don't work on that Washougal track. So for him to do as well as he did second moto is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, but that's just another testament to how good Dylan Schwartz is, right?
That's what I'm trying to say.
He's just a freaking
Dylan
he's straight a dozer, dude.
Yeah.
He's just tracking all the way through.
Yeah.
Same speed from start to finish.
Yeah, he's so good that he can make up for the bike and still be decent.
Yeah.
You know, and man, that's a funny story. Me and Schwartz got into it at the Supercross track one time. I think I flipped him off, or he flipped me off, and then I kind of T-boned him up. I didn't T-bone him, but I rubbed up on him and brought him to a stop and was like, "Fuck you." We were out at the Supercross track one day at Milestone. Oh no, Star West, whatever the Star West one is. What was it called over there? It wasn't called Milestone.
No.
State Fair. State Fair.
Yeah.
So we were at State Fair, and we're like the only two fucking Suzuki guys out there. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I go down, I tuck front after the finish line, and he comes around, dude, and the track's like wet. And I fucking tuck front, and I'm like laying on the top of the berm at the end. And he comes around, dude, and just fucking ha-ra-ra-ra, and completely covers me in fucking mud and roost. And this is second lap at State Fair. And I'm like, dude, what is going on right now? And so, I get up all pissed off, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I say that to him, and then I fucking fuck with him, and then I think he flips me off, and then I fucking brought him to a complete stop up in the next corner and was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, we're the only two Suzuki guys out there. And then, I don't know. I think we've seen each other later, and then I was talking to him when he was riding for Twisted Tea, because he did ride for Twisted Tea for a little stint.
Yeah.
And I helped him out. I think it was at Colorado couple years ago, and all water under the bridge, and freaking killed it at Spring Creek.
Yeah.
And then is doing really good now, and I want to give him a shout out because he's fucking ripping.
Absolutely ripping.
I mean, to do that on a Suzuki at Washougal is an incredible feat.
Yes.
I mean, it's just the frame is stiff. The thing don't react to hard pack tracks well. It's just it is what it is.
And I mean, it has a lot of power too, and that track's tacky.
Yeah. Max Anstey rode really good first moto, not so good second moto.
I know. Do you know? Did he crash and then just come in for a pits, or do you know? Did you text Max?
No, I'm gonna have to talk to him this week and see what was going on. But you got to remember too, he's not focused on. This is not a championship for Max. This is, if we can get some good SMX experience, get some experience on the bike, figure it out, championship, East or West Coast Supercross next year. I mean, that's the goal.
I don't know, but I could see Max doing really good in the SMX playoffs.
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't think he can win because he's not top 10, right? Because he didn't do the outdoors.
What do you mean?
You're not,
he does.
So he's top 10 in points overall for SMX.
Bro, I think doesn't top 10 in point doesn't it get clean slated? It's like a whole nother
Yeah, but
series?
we're gonna have to check on this. I don't think he's top 10 to get because he didn't ride any of the outdoors. I don't think he's top 10.
Bro, he won a Supercross. That automatically means he's in the fucking main event.
Yes, But what I'm saying is the top 10, I think you're right, get a clean slate, right? But I don't think he's in top 10 in points, so that would keep him out
You
of
need to
that
double check on that.
championship. We will double check on it.
I mean, if we're doing a podcast, we need to know this shit.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying, people?
Dude, I can't
Hey,
keep up with
but-
everybody, bro.
I know, but like while we're on the SMX subject,
Yes.
I mean, just imagine if we didn't have SMX right now, on how many people wouldn't be racing.
Like Dino.
Yes.
Fuck. Poor guy.
Like Dino's one of them. Fucking Phil Nicoletti. Cooper Webb wouldn't be trying to come back.
Cooper Webb would definitely
Eli
not be trying to come back.
Tomac wouldn't be coming back.
Well, I don't think Eli is coming back until SMX.
He said Unadilla.
He said, oh, he did?
Yeah.
His first day on the bike was today.
Yeah, but Unadilla is a month away.
I mean, my guy's been off the whole year.
Nuh-uh. Bro, I'm just saying, if we didn't have SMX, these guys, or Marshall definitely wouldn't be coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Either way you want to, no matter what way you want to fry the egg, the guys wouldn't be coming back if it wasn't for SMX
And
at all.
Dean Wilson wouldn't be racing Washougal.
No, at all. The guys would not be coming back at all whatsoever. Zero, zip, zilch, nada.
So, Feld and MX Sports did a good job of making the SMX playoffs, so we have people showing up for outdoors.
At the same time, though, it is kind of absolutely fucking absurd that Feld and Pro Motocross think that the athletes should be able to stay healthy and alive for 32 rounds or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, doing the most dangerous sport on the planet Earth.
With minimal breaks.
Yeah. Dude, I watched the press conference from MX Sports on this weekend, and they were talking about, hey, guys, like, what do you guys think about the 2-week break? And AP was like, oh, I really, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, like, resting and having family and stuff like that, and, really looking forward to this 2-week break and not be riding so much. And then it gets to Jason Anderson, and Jason Anderson he's like, well, if it was just outdoor, I would rather just, race these last 3 rounds and get it over with and be done. But, since we got to race 5 more races, it's going to be nice to take a little break. And Chase and AP are just laughing because they're thinking the same fucking
Bro,
thing.
it's so true. It's like, dude, get me done with outdoor, bro. Just put the cap on it. Like, let's call it a day, dude.
Yeah. Let's get these motos done with.
Okay, since we are track talkers and we know our shit, Max Anstey
Sometimes.
is 12th in the SMX championship.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at 212. And the problem is the top 10 is not looking very budgy.
What is the top 10?
Hayden Deegan, number 1. Levi Kitchen, 2. Tom Bial, 3. Joe Shimoda, 4. Chance Hymas, 5. Jordan Smith, 6. Pierce Brown, 7th. Jalik Swole, 8th. Dude, I always that kid's name up and say Jalik, but it's Jalik Swole, 8th. Ryder DeFrancisco, 9th. Julian Beaumer, 10th. Ty Masterpool, 11th. Max Anstey, 12th. And that's going to be pretty hard.
Did you see if you need to be top 10 to get a clean slate? Because I think you just need to be top 20.
No, top 20 is an automatic bid to the playoffs. But top 10, I really don't know about the clean slate rule. I'm going to have to fucking look up all the AMA rules. But moving on, we'll do that on the next episode. We'll get you guys up to date on that, what the rules are, because it is outdoors coming to an end. But let's move on to 450. And I really do want to talk a little bit about like what Sean said, Sean Wynn, about confidence. Because the opening interview with Chase Sexton, the way And
The opening interview where?
on Pro Motocross, there was an opening interview with Chase Sexton on Pro Motocross, and he was wearing those bug-eye Oakleys, the ugliest Oakleys I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
His body language and everything about him was so nonchalant and so relaxed. And you're seeing a guy, Chase Sexton, make his bike look better. Maybe the setup's better. Either way. But
AP's bike was looking really good too.
either way, both the KTM boys are coming on right now. Okay? But he just looked so confident. And you can tell in his riding how much different it is because he's so relaxed and he's lost the urgency of like having to get to the front. Which, if Jet's here, I love Chase. Chase is my guy. Chase, like right now, Chase is the guy that I'm cheering for on the track. Love the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Great person. Great guy. But, dude, what Chase is doing right now is not going to get it done with Jet in the field.
No.
Because Jet's going to get out front. He's going to put a lead down, and then he's going to manage that gap where Chase can't get him because he's put in too much effort to then, once he finally gets to the point to strike to Jet, he can't do it.
Yeah.
Right? And now you're seeing this big sigh of relief from Chase just knowing that Anderson, Hunter, AP, all these guys that are in the top 3, top 5, Justin Cooper, they can't hang with his stuff at the end of the moto, and he knows it.
Yeah.
As long as he can get even within the top 3 with 10 minutes to go, he knows the race is over.
Yeah. Like Chase, hands down, he has to become a better starter.
Yes.
Like
if he
hands down.
Yeah. He's going to get this outdoor championship handed to him. But
I wouldn't say handed to him. Like, you have to, like, that's
true.
That's like the shitty part.
I'm sorry.
Like, you can't
it's
say
not
that
handed
because
to
you
him.
have to race all the rounds. And part about being a champion is you have to be healthy.
You have to be there.
I mean, fuck, dude. Look at Ryan Dungey.
Yep.
You know, you could say he could have lost a lot of championships, but he was there. He was the most consistent. He kept his body healthy. He never took major risks, and he got the fucking positions he needed to win championships.
Yeah, and the other thing about Chase that is different, I think, than Dungey is there's no question in my mind. I think fastest for like the fastest guy, if you had to put best for best on a day, there is a good, solid argument that Chase Sexton could be faster than Jet on the fastest to fastest day.
On any given track.
On any given track.
For sure.
Now, Jet is still really fast, but the difference is with Dungey is he was never like the fastest guy. He couldn't put the lap times down, but he was the healthy guy. And right now, Chase has done it twice where he's tucked front and done a few fuck-ups, but he's so strong and he's so there all the time that he's winning these championships. And he's the fastest, but he's missing the freaking Jet Lawrence superhuman fucking, I'm going to get the whole shot, I'm going to sprint and get the lead, then I'm going to manage the lead. He's missing just the start.
Yeah.
If you can get Chase Sexton the start and him to relax, Chase Sexton is unbeatable.
Yeah. Because, I mean, since we're going in this break and we can talk a lot of shit right now, I think if Jet was there at Washougal, he would have got both hole shots. He would have got probably a 6 to 7 second gap, and Chase would have been 6th or 7th and tried fucking, all the way until about 20 minutes, got up to second and had an 8-second gap that he had close.
And he couldn't do it.
He probably got within 4 seconds, and then Jet would just manage it.
Yep.
And that's such a hard position to put yourself in every moto.
And the fucked up part that's so frustrating as a Chase Sexton fan, and I'm sure as Chase Sexton, is he goes back and he looks at the fucking lap times, and there might even be a lap time where he's just as fast or faster.
Oh,
but
I guarantee it.
If you ain't getting out of the hole like Jet,
and you're losing 15 seconds or 12 seconds on the first lap because you're 6th and 7th,
And you're
it's
getting
stressed out,
roosted.
and you're getting roosted going up Horsepower Hill and getting fucking a baseball-sized dirt clod hitting your chest. Like, that shit sucks.
Yeah. And so to me, that's me right now talking directly to Roger DeCoster and Ian's
Harrison.
Ian Harrison. Okay? This is 7 Deuce Deuce talking to you guys directly. Okay? Chase, you have to figure out how to get Chase more traction and a straighter, faster drive down the straightaway, because Honda is doing something that is not Jet Lawrence being that perfect on the start every time. There is something going on. That bike, they have figured something out. Am I wrong?
I mean,
and
yes
I don't.
and
It's
no,
not
because-
ECU. I'll tell you that
yes
right
and
now.
no. Like, I would say before, like, Hunter's, like, I would call it Hunter's fade, where he's like been, not so good these last couple of weeks, but like Hunter has not been getting the starts.
Dude, but he's still like top 5.
I know, but it's hard to say that, because then you see your teammate, right? AP, Aaron Plessinger, got the whole shot in the first moto.
He did get
and
a
then,
big hole shot.
in the second moto was second.
He got a big hole shot. AP did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I mean,
that is a good point.
You could say it's a bike and stuff like that, but then it's also like, your technique's got to be right. Your reaction time's got to be really good.
Dude, to me,
Washougal,
I really don't think it's...
Washougal is definitely a lot different than every other national start out there. Because one,
they don't
Washougal's super slippery, so you run your whole shot device a little bit shallower, and you have to have a little bit of throttle control. And then outside of the gate, it's not deep, it's not tilled. It's only like 2 inches of fluff.
All the way to the corner.
All the way to the corner, so it's super high speed. It's not like Bud's
they did
Creek
do
or
something
Unitil.
to the start. Tell them about it.
They did move the start 30 feet closer to the first corner to slow them down, but, it still looked like they were fucking ripping.
Yeah.
So.
But either way, like, right now, for KTM and Chase Sexton, this is the perfect time to figure out how to get him out of the gate.
Yes.
They have to. Like, we're talking not top 3. Chase Sexton should be able to hole shot multiple times till the end of this season somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that is, but they need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out now, because once Jet gets back, they ain't giving him that hole shot. Jet will take that thing every time. And if that means you got to go into the pit and get the fucking thing like Honda did and start doing starts out of the damn pit, that means that's what you got to do. Yeah. But whatever it is, you got to get Chase Sexton a hole shot. Not third, not second, not fifth, a hole shot.
Yeah. Because you got to think, if he can't hole shot, like, I hate to do this to this crowd, but I'm just looking at it from, like, Chase Sexton and KTM perspective, right? Because they're the top dogs right now. You got to be able to hole shot this group, right? Because you don't have Cooper Webb, you don't have Ken Roxon, you don't have Eli Tomac,
and Kenny will throw down a fucking start,
right? And then you don't have Jet Lawrence. So there's 5 guys right there that are all pretty good at starts.
Yeah,
I would say, you know,
because Tomac, he might be dog water at starts, but he'll pull a hole shot out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll
do it.
Yeah, he's a sneaky good starter.
Yes. He's just inconsistent.
And Kenny is a really good starter.
Yeah. Like almost all the time.
Yeah, you can almost guarantee Kenny will be in the top 5
every time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if Chase is getting 5th or 6th in this group, that means it puts him 10th with all those guys back. You can't be doing that.
And he'll still win.
Yeah.
But he won't win with Jet there.
No.
and he won't win with Cooper Webb and a healthy Tomac.
Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah. They gotta figure out.
Right now's the time
to figure out how to get out of that gate better and to improve.
Another guy that needs to improve, but I guess he is improving, getting better. Jason Anderson.
Dude, I'd say Jason Anderson's killing it.
Yeah. Yes and no. It's hard with Jason Anderson. You know, you want to say some shit about Jason Anderson. You know, you want to be like, dude, you got to go faster, because we've seen him win a championship. So we know
a Supercross championship.
Yeah, but we know the level that Jason can be on.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, Jason Anderson running up front and passing for the lead, and then fucking getting third overall at Washougal, dude, I think is huge for Jason Anderson. He only has one overall win in his career.
Outdoor?
One.
That's it?
That was Hangtown 2 years ago.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Jason Anderson is, I mean, you and Jason Anderson may have something in common where you guys both hate outdoors.
Straight up. I mean, dude, he did look, as much as
And he's been getting fucking fast qualifying times.
Yeah, as much as I want to say, like, come on, Jason, pick it up, he looked good second moto. I mean, Chase Sexton is clearly on another level of fitness right now.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Anderson looked fiery second moto at the start. And, two, how badass was first moto when he straight took the freaking axe to Hunter's front wheel?
Hey, he put her in there, bro.
I mean, that was a statement, right? Like, that was fuck you.
Oh, absolutely. I was like, dude, your brother's not here to save you.
Fuck you. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
You're a little bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking chop your front wheel off right now.
I mean, dude, that's part of the game. I'd do the same shit.
Bro, if that opportunity was there, at Washougal especially, because people, you guys don't understand. Washougal is probably one of the worst tracks to get roosted at.
Yeah, like, I'm not kidding you. If you've ever been shot by a paintball, try somebody shooting you with an automatic paintball gun all the way around the track.
Yeah.
I had
Washougal
blood.
Washougal is way worse than Unadilla with all the rocks.
Yeah, I had blood right here because I wore like a Alpenstar Chest Pro. I had blood on my arms from where the dirt was hitting me.
I was a real man and didn't wear nothing but a jersey. But I was welted.
So gnarly. Washougal is the worst roost, right?
Oh, yeah.
Out of any track.
By far.
Not even
especially with Horsepower Hill being like the first thing you go up.
Yeah.
And we were never getting whole shots there.
No, we were not. Is there anything else?
Nah, I'm excited for next week, though.
Me too.
Got a good special guest lined up.
Oh, shit. Love it. Yeah, pro motocross might take a break, but track talkers don't.
So you guys better be listening.
And you know why we don't take a break, Ty? Because we got 6 sponsors, like Dirt Tricks Sprockets, bro.
The best sprocket in the business.
2023 #1 voted sprocket.
Not number 2.
Number one. 3 to 500 hours out of a sprocket. That means you should have 3 new dirt bikes before you burn through 1 Dirt Trick sprocket. Minimum.
Dang.
Minimum. You know who rode Dirt Trick sprocket before they went factory?
Who?
Ty Masterpool.
Ooh.
You know who else runs Dirt Trick sprockets?
Me?
Tyler Enticknap. And if Tyler Enticknap can run a Dirt Trick sprocket and not roach it out or break it, you ain't breaking shit.
Definitely not.
Go to dirttricks.com right now and type in Track Talkers 25, all lowercase, to get 25% off. Thanks for watching. That's Track Talkers episode number 17. See you guys next time.
Deuces.